welcome. This is the all signs of the zodiac. We're going to go for all signs of the zodiac for Wednesday and Thursday, so it's like the midweek reading. I'll show you what decks I'm going to use. I'm going to use a Blunt Truth deck today to see what our person is thinking. I'm going to use the Romance Angels for the relationship message, and I'm going to use this lovely Goddess Oracle, which I've not used for a while, and that's going to be for our advice and support from Spirit, what they're supporting you with at this time. So thanks for liking, thank you for subscribing. I usually forget to say that. And if you would like a reading, you can definitely contact me. I do put all the information at the bottom of the videos. And if you go onto my website, which I don't normally talk about these types of business-like things, it's not really my style, awakeningtarot.co.uk, it gives you all the information on my readings and my deck, if you want to buy the deck as well. So thanks for supporting the channel, really. And we're going to go into it. If you know your astrology chart, then you know you might be able to watch quite a few of the messages and just see, you know, what messages resonate. Okay, so we'll go into Taurus first, as usual. I always go through the same order because if I don't, God help me. Taurus then for the middle of the week, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay, so something healing here from the past. You don't necessarily have to analyse what's going on. It's just information for you that you're probably at this time releasing some stuff, like some old karmic stuff to do with the past, and Spirit's dealing with it for you. Let's have a look at your relationship message. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Okay. I'll go a bit deeper for you. Okay. You've been making some good decisions. You have been making some good decisions, getting yourself in a much better position, looking after yourself better. You're now more abundant than you used to be. You're more healthy than you used to be. And things are actually massively improved. There is some, like, there's something in your life at the moment that's not coming together how you was hoping it would. And this could be frustrating you, or it could be making you feel sad, okay? There are lots of things on your mind at the moment, and the Moon card kind of is at the bottom of the deck, as it, you know, that all those cards like flipped over. Spirit's advice at this time is to remain very still because you're quite triggered, and it's better if you can stay still and just focus on aligning to Spirit at this time, because you will end up with a better outcome. Okay, so when I say stay still, what we're talking about is keeping the mind very still, trying to bring the mind into a state of calm. And sometimes that might take, you know, God, sometimes it takes me a couple of days, you know, if I'm really triggering. But it will eventually subside. You will find the mind activity eventually subsides, and that's when it will be time to act. Let's see what's going on for your person. There's somebody here connected to you that they need to make a decision. It will take them courage to make this decision. They don't really want to see the truth of the situation. So they need to take action in their life, basically. This person needs to take action in their life, and they're probably putting it off. And they could be getting tied up in knots over this, and they could be making mistakes because of it, because there is stuff they need to sort out, no doubt. Now, they do have the Queen of Swords energy, so it looks like your person will get more clarity and more focused in the middle of this week, and probably address some of the issues that they need to address, okay? Let's see what your person's thinking. It's like they're grieving something. They do actually feel love for you, or if it's not a love relationship, they do have an admiration for you. But it could be very concealed, I feel. This is somebody that really battles with their demons. I want to say that too. You have got abundance coming in. Spirit is supporting you, right, to tap into abundance. And obviously abundance emanates out from source. And that's why they're telling you to stay very still and not proceed until you notice everything calm down within your system, or all the energy calm down. Then proceed, because you're in a process of beginning to take a lot more wise actions in your life, and you will be a lot more successful if you spend the time connecting into source. That's what they want you to do, because there is a whole heap of abundance here that they want to bring through to you. Okay, so this is very good news for you if you follow the advice from Spirit. So like I said, you're clearing stuff from the past. There is a lot being healed for you at this time. You may be purging quite a lot. And with that first card, you may find in the middle of the week that you'll be able to express your love to somebody, or if it's not a romantic relationship, you may be able to have a beneficial conversation with somebody. Okay, so that's the message for Taurus. Let's go into Virgo. Your state of mind, Spirit Dancer, middle of the week, lovely. So this is all about you expressing yourself more, and also being very in tune with yourself, freeing yourself. You may have felt quite stuck lately, okay? Sorry, my cards just... Not happy with my cards, they're all over the place. Hang on a sec. What is going on? There we go. Yeah, you may have felt stuck. We've got the Devil cards. That's why I brought that in, even though we're not on that part of the reading. Spirit is communicating. And you are getting more in touch with yourself. You're freeing yourself. You're liberating yourself at this time. And that's what it's all about. Chemistry. There is a strong magnetic attraction here. So you are magnetically attracted to a person or a situation, and that person or situation is magnetically attracted to you, because you are in your true nature. You are beginning to really liberate yourself and express yourself. Yeah. High Priestess, you've been working very hard to get more in tune with yourself, and you have been more open to the unknown and what Spirit wants to channel through you into your life. It's a beautiful energy. It does make you more attractive when you're like this. When you're in High Priestess energy, it's much more attractive. There's pure potential here. There's been a fork in the road for you, and you might have been waiting to see which way do I go. You're being very careful about which way you go. You know, you want to stay in this place of being more in tune with yourself. So you're going to be really careful with how you proceed, which is great. It will make you more abundant. Okay, your person's moving into their mastery. They've got 2 kings, okay? You're coming into contact with a person or a situation that is in their mastery, okay? They honour themselves. They are spiritually in tune with themselves. They have spirit very close to them. They actually tap into source, and they are extremely abundant. This is a very good person to be in contact with in your life. It's a mirror to your energy, actually, because this is exactly what you're doing. So this person has their own thing going on. Okay, they really do have their own thing going on. They're really nothing distracts this person. This person's very on point. This is a very abundant person or situation. It feels like Spirit has brought this person or situation into your life. So, you may even be thinking, is this too good to be true? Okay, there is an energy here, or a person who is saying, I don't have the energy for this right now. Could it be that person because they've got their own thing going on? They're really serious. This is somebody who's really serious about their energy and what they do and being successful and honouring themselves, you know, and they definitely don't have time for drama. So that is very interesting. It could be that, you know, that was somebody from the past that didn't have the energy for connection with you or what you had to offer. But this King of Pentacles, King of Cups person or situation is highly abundant. And it's a really good sign that you are honouring yourself. Really good. Spirit is supporting you with love. Spirit is supporting you at the moment to love yourself, to love Spirit, and to honour your energy and free yourself. You were under somebody's control or you were very stuck, and that is no longer the case. And because you've got yourself out of that situation, you are now being very, very careful about how you proceed. And I think you're actually, from what I can see in these cards, Spirit is supporting you to now really start enjoying life. Okay, so that's the message. Let's see. I'm just going to drink my chamomile tea. We'll go into Capricorn, yeah? Grounding, okay? You are grounding yourself at this time. It's your state of mind. Getting very grounded, not allowing yourself to be so pulled in different directions, you know? Feeling more present in your own life rather than up here in the mind, scattered. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. You know, whether you're looking for love or whether your next steps are to do with your life purpose or family, what have you, whatever it may be, you are absolutely going about things the right way now. By loving yourself, by grounding yourself, you come into the energy of Source, and that is making you much more powerful and much more attractive. You've had to walk away from a difficult time, and it was with a heavy heart. It wasn't easy, you know, but you are headed towards the sun now, you know, and the next 2 weeks things just continue to get better for you. You've got massive progress at this time, lots of different things progressing for you, and the energies are actually pushing you forward. You know, these are cosmic energies moving you forward because you've set that momentum up by saying, right, you know, I'm going to be grounded in myself. I'm going to be in my power now. And you're tapping into Source. So now Source can push you forward. You are vibrationally aligning to love with the Eight of Wands. You could receive communications. You've got somebody here with the Hermit and the Queen of Pentacles. So we've got somebody here who's been single for quite some time or on their own for quite some time. They've been going through a period in their life where they couldn't really make decisions, that they needed to grow, evolve, learn. They've got Queen of Pentacles energy. which is really good. This person's becoming more abundant as they get older, because they're learning to make more wise choices. They're learning to make better judgments, and they're becoming more secure in themselves. This person receives visions, okay? The Queen of Pentacles receives visions and sees worlds in the pentacle symbol that she holds. So this is somebody who is very practical, okay, but they are aligned to source, and they get very clear indications of their next steps. Let's have a look at what this person's thinking. Okay, so there's somebody here saying others are trying to tell me what to do. So whether that's the same person or someone different, somebody feels influenced by others easily, and they're much better when they stand alone. When this person stands alone, they can think clearly, they make better choices, they're more aligned to source and abundance. But when they get to involve with other people, they get out of kilter. Okay, your spirit guides are helping you with healing at the moment. They're aligning you to a very holy, well, pure energy of source consciousness. So loads of healing going on for Capricorn at the moment. That's why you're going to have so much progress, really, as you go through this week. Massive progress for you in lots of different areas. Okay. And I mean, it's all coming from you, because you've made the decision to stand your ground, stand in your power, and be more present in yourself and honour yourself. Literally, as you're honouring yourself, Spirit has stepped closer towards you to basically help you start healing now and start progressing with your life. So that's great for Capricorn. That is great for you. So we will go into Aquarius. Aquarius. Miracles. There's something about your state of mind at the moment, your energy, that is tapping into miracles. Okay. Deception. Someone is wearing a false self-mask in this relationship. Spirit's helping you to see things much more clearly, because you've been getting yourself into a much healthier and better alignment. So now Spirit is blessing you with miracles and blessing you with clarity. You have felt tired. You have been pushed to your absolute limits. You have been very determined to keep pushing forward. Okay. I feel you're returning to your true nature. You know, the true energy that you came into this incarnation on when you were a child, your beautiful magical energy. You're returning to that. And there's certain things that you know you need to drop in order to really return to your true nature, your true magical self. And so, you know, this is the whole journey of your return to self. And it is tiring. It's a tiring process you're going through, because you have to be very determined with the amount of responsibilities and the amount of work that you have to do on a daily basis on yourself. But it's worth it, because as you progress through this week, you're starting to see the true you again, you know, and it is a miracle, because as you return to your true self, you will channel miracles, you know, because you'll be the energy that spirit made you, you know, not getting distracted, not getting weighed down by other people or weighed down by your own habits. You know, this is all about, Aquarius, clearing out anything that doesn't serve you and returning back to who you really are. So it's important to be very clear with yourself about anyone from the past, and seeing clearly what part they play in your life, really, and not allowing them to deceive you. There's somebody connected to you who is taking time out. They've been taking a break. They want to take more wise actions in their life. They do have the Magician card. This person does have the magic touch, because they do open up to spirit. They take time out when they need to. They honour themselves. They honour their process. Okay, so my ego is loud, but I'm listening to my soul, and I am striving for spiritual enlightenment. So somebody connected to you is tapping into spirit, the magic and powers of spirit, the gifts and the powers of spirit, by creating space for themselves, taking time out, honouring themselves. And this is a great lesson to you. This is a great message to you for what you need to do at this time, you know, because you're making the same journey. And it's going to make your life much more magical, because you're entering back into your pure nature, your pure energy. So somebody's teaching you something. That's what, you know, it's like spirit's planted somebody in your life, or a situation in your life, to show you, oh, Aquarius, this is what you need to be doing. That's what's going on. And as you return to your true nature, this is the reason spirit's doing this, is to return you to the vibration of love, to help you manifest love. But you become that love first. You know, Six of Cups is a very loving energy, because it's our inner child. It's our true, beautiful heart chakra energy. That's what you're returning to, and it will bring miracles into your life. So you're honouring, you know, spirit is helping you to honour this process of healing, and to not get distracted or deceived in the process. Okay, just have a bit of chamomile tea. I'm going to Gemini. You've got very raw energy coming in here. You're tapping into very raw, authentic. You're very authentic at the moment. There's a massive energy coming in here for you, for something to transform. A situation needs to transform. And the energy for you to transform that thing, that situation, is here. You're tapping into it. Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. That's how you're doing it. That's how we transform things, truly speaking. By retreating. And by retreating away from the matrix, and by retreating, we tap into these types of energies. Energies that can literally transform the most biggest challenges. You're making really careful decisions and good judgment, and you're more secure in yourself. You're becoming more abundant because of all of these good judgments you're making. And you've had some very clear visions about what you needed to do. You know, the Queen of Pentacles holds this pentacle, and she sees worlds within that pentacle. So you've been really wise and practical. You know, you've been much more practical lately. Now, there is a situation coming up here which is tempting, and it does tempt you, or you may feel stuck with it. Your person has the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles. It's a person or it's a situation. This is somebody that is in their mastery, okay? They are so attuned to spirit. They are so grounded. They are tapping into source. They are very abundant. They are very aligned. They protect themselves. This person protects themselves. This person taps into source. This person is basically becoming more abundant and more healthy all the time. They're doing their own thing. They could be very, very focused on their own thing. Okay. This person could be very generous to you. Okay, this person may dream about you, or you may have some sort of spiritual connection with this person, like from a past life or soul family, that type of thing. So laughter. Your spirit guides are trying to help you to be happy, because there's a situation here that obviously needs to shift, and you are going about it in the right way. You're going about it in the right way because you're retreating. And that is tapping you into, you know, like I said, some kinds of power that can transform things, you know. And spirit guides trying to help you to be happy because it feels like an intense time. It feels like a very intense time with this devil energy, you know. And it's like, what do I do? Do I go into that energy? Do I go into that fear? Do I go into that temptation? Or do I carry on being really responsible and secure and making good judgments and tapping into spirit, into source? You know, the choice is yours, but it is intense. If you carry on doing your Queen of Pentacles, if you carry on in that energy, making good judgments and being wise, you will keep tapping into this sort of source-like energy that's going to help some kind of transformation take place. And a transformation then will take place, and you won't be stuck anymore or tempted. And your spirit guides are trying to help you to be happy while all of this is going on. So you can do it, Gemini. Okay, we're going to Libra. Libra. Spirit dancer, you're expressing yourself better. You're much more in tune with your true nature, with your joy, you know, with your inner child. When I say inner child, I don't mean the story of the inner child and everything you went through. I just mean your true nature. And it's like you're in tune with your true nature. You're much more free and flowing, and you're being kinder to yourself. They are saying to you to express yourself. It's all about expression here, and that it's okay to go ahead and make the romantic gesture or share something with somebody. There may be a conversation or just an expression that you find yourself making towards somebody or something. You have been dealing a lot with returning to your true nature, because that's coming through again with the Six of Cups. This is like the energy of childhood, but like happy, you know, your pure energy in your pure heart when you were a child. This is your beautiful nature, and that's the place you're coming from. It's a place of happiness and love within yourself. It's a very pure place, and it doesn't involve the mind. It's just there. And you're just really in this whole beautiful journey, Libra, of embracing yourself, 2 of Cups. And you are coming into the vibration of love. There could definitely be somebody here from your past that you're thinking about at this time, and there could be a reconciliation or a reunion. But I want to say that it's coming from a place of you being in your heart and being more expressive and in tune with yourself and doing things that make you happy. You know, you're not trying to force a connection or try to make something work. You're just flowing. Your person's very successful, okay? They're very serious about their life purpose. They will do well in life, in their purpose, whatever that may be. They've got the 3 of Wands. They're actually in a good position. In some ways, they're still kind of at the beginning of their journey, but they are in such a great, strong position. They may be able to help you out in some ways, or maybe they already have. They do regret choices they've made, and maybe that's why they're still at the beginning, because they had to rebuild. You know, they had to start over. But it's fine. They're well capable of doing it. This is the type of person that you meet and you never forget them. Opening. Oh, wow. Sheila and a gig. So it's a powerful one. Okay, so Spirit is opening up. Opening up a situation. They're opening you up. They're opening you up, Libra, to shine. And it's also mirroring out, and I feel a connection or a situation in your life could open out very soon. So we'll go into Leo. The Piper. This is a very gentle, artistic energy. It's a very romantic energy. You're very attractive at this time. Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing, your spiritual path. You're up to something, Leo. You're doing things, and these things are very deep and personal to you at this time. So your love life is going to be influenced by that. You're moving forward very nicely. You're really working hard here. You're becoming more of an expert. You've had abundance. You've had abundance before, and you will do it again. You know, you've been in your mastery before with the King of Pentacles here, and you know how to align yourself to spirit and be in your power, and abundance has just flowed through you before, you know. And it's like, I feel you're going to be doing that again, but it's in a slightly different way. You're like gliding forward. It's like, I'm going to be abundant, but I'm going to be doing this differently this time. And you're really working hard at it. It's like a whole new passion for you. And you become an expert at what you're doing. And it will be abundant. Somebody's watching you. Somebody's thinking about you. They're reviewing things, and they will make a decision that will go in your favour. Okay. You may also have an energy of people around you that tend to overthink things too much. And that might just be the general energy of people around you, Leo. They tend to overthink things too much. when they're in their shadow side, they could maybe have like mental health issues and problems like that. But then when they come into their power and they work through things, they can be really extremely successful at what they do, because they're on point when they're in the right frame of mind. So you are connected to successful people. Sometimes, like I said, these people can get too stressed, but it's fine. I think they work through it in their own way, and they come out the other side victorious. And in terms of what you're doing with your life purpose, I feel like there's people or energies watching you who could decide they want to be involved with you and work with you, okay? Because of what you can offer, and they can see that very clearly. It's like they will choose you, basically. The energy of the people around you is saying, I'm waiting for us both to be ready. So there's something here to do with the timing. It's very key. It's like Spirit knows you've got work to do at the moment, and that work has to be done, and then everything will just click. Your spirit guides are helping you with your responsibilities. Okay. So we're going to Aries. Just take a drink of my chamomile. Okay. Aries. Your intuition. You're really tapping in beautifully to your intuition now. You don't let anything distract you or get in your way. You don't get unfocused. You are on it. It's like if you can feel anything trying to obstruct you from your intuition, you will just naturally just pull back, take time, because you're like, no, I'm not letting anything make me unfocused anymore. They're talking about things happening for you very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Okay, so you have got very powerful manifestation energies because you are doing things from your intuition, and you don't act until you know it's the right time. You know, so when you do act, things happen for you very fast. Yeah, there's loads of opportunities for you. There's been loads of opportunities, and you've been well aware that you could act and you could do things. But it, like I said, you weren't willing to just, you know, get unfocused and scatter your energy and say, I don't know, meet loads of people or try loads of things. It's like, no, I'm going to hold off. I'm observing the fact that I've got these ideas. I'm observing the fact that there are these opportunities, but I'm going to stay within my intuition as the Queen of Cups and really just feel into the energies and bide my time and do what's right for me. And then when I am ready, then I will proceed. You are very intuitive at this time. Your person has been triggered. There is a person here that has been very triggered. Spirit has been willing them to stay very still and private until they calm down, because that will serve them much better. They've had the moon. And with the Six of Pentacles, they are coming into a much better balance. So you've been very wise not to rush anything in your life. I don't feel like you're rushing anything in your life right now, Aries. And you know, you're allowing sort of space to enter your life so that Spirit can channel through you and really make things much more productive for you. Situations going in your favor, you know. And your person, Your person's going to move from a very triggered point into more of balance as this week continues. And they could end up reaching out to you. They say, we are on hold, but I am coming back for you. So your spirit guides. Your spirit guides are helping you a lot. I was going to say with that Queen of Cups energy how attractive you are, because we're always more attractive when we're very still, very centered in spirit, in our heart chakra. It just is a totally different energy. You have got the shapeshifter card. So your spirit guides are helping you to go through this transformation. You know, in the past, you may have been the type of person to kind of be quite reactive because of your passions, because of your energies, and you may have rushed things or been very busy all the time. But it's like you're moving into much more mature energy. And it's a whole transformation for you, you know, it's a whole transformation, and it's beautiful. You have more beauty because you're operating in a different way, and you will receive. You're in your feminine energy, and you will receive. I feel somebody may have, they're very secretive and they've been very triggered, but they probably have regrets, and they realise they're going to have to move forward towards you. Or this could be like a general energy, if it's not a particular person. It's a general energy of like where people have been secretive or unhelpful. And you're going to find the next few days that kind of shifts, and the energies, the people around you become more balanced and more giving, okay? Going to Sagittarius. Dark Lady. So you have to go deep at the moment into your High Priestess energy. This is like a High Priestess energy, and it takes a lot of courage to go into High Priestess, because it means you have to honour spirit above everything else. Yeah, and you have to honour the unknown, you know? Wedding. This situation involves marriage. Interesting, because the High Priestess is the bride of spirit. Okay, she's a spiritual bride. I feel you could be very private at this time about a connection. You don't have all the answers, and it takes a lot for you to make sure you're honouring yourself, but at the same time there's obviously this connection here that is very important to you. Or a situation. If it's not a person, it's a situation that's very important to you, and it's very private. You've got the Page of Wands, and there is attraction here towards somebody. And you had been feeling a lot more excited and kind of energized about this new beginning, to do with somebody. It's either a person or a situation that you were really attracted to, and you were really sort of like, yeah, I'm going to do this. This is good. This is good news. But then you come straight into the Death card this week. Okay, so there's some kind of massive transformation going on here for Sagittarius, and it's something ending and, you know, something new beginning. The most important thing is you do have to honour source. You have to honour spirit. Your person here, your person or your situation, this is a new beginning for them in their life. They basically are dealing with unknown at the moment. Empress is all to do with being comfortable with the complete unknown. But they are willing to do whatever it takes. They've got Knight of Pentacles energy. This is a very loyal person or situation. And they are serious. They are a hard worker. You know, they're willing to do what it takes, but it may be more slow than you'd like. I think this person knows they have to work on themselves with the Knight of Pentacles energy. This is a situation that can be abundant. They're apologetic. They're apologising. They're sorry. You know, I'm sorry for blocking you. I was triggered. I don't know whether they blocked you or what's gone on, but they are sorry. It's like they're trying to make it up to you. You know, I feel the energy's really shifted here from being very excited and enthusiastic to very sort of like deep and transformative. You've got here illness to wellness. Your spirit guides are helping you with illness to wellness. All you can do at this time is be very private, really go into spirit here and go into your truth, you know, and follow your truth. I do see commitment here because we've got the wedding, the Knight of Pentacles, and in the Death card you have the Hierophant guiding the transformation, and the Hierophant represents commitment. But you do have to be committed to source. You have to be committed to yourself. So if it's in your truth, you may forgive somebody, you may work with somebody, you know, but it's your business, and, you know, it's all to do with healing. Okay. So, big changes, really, for Sagittarius there. Let's go into Scorpio. Courage. You've got a lot of courage at the moment. We need courage when we're going into the unknown and we don't know what we're dealing with. We don't know what's happening next. Courage opens us up to source. Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So that could be somebody else or it could be you. There may be a situation you need to break out of. You're being very careful about it. There's been some kind of issues coming up for you that you've been dealing with, that you're not happy about or you weren't happy about with the Five of Pentacles. And it does take a lot of courage to break free. And I think you're being very wise, very cautious at this time. You're biding your time to decide what you're going to do. And the slower you take it, the better. Because often, as we move slower, we're opening up the portal to spirit. And a resolution can be brought forward. It can materialise. A resolution can materialise. And your answer will come in that space, but it can feel quite uncomfortable in that space. because there's something here uncomfortable that hasn't been good, that it's not feeling great. And so it does take courage to just open up a space and wait. And that's what you're doing. You're waiting and you're being careful, and that's great because it's allowing that portal for spirit to open up and spirit to come through, and a resolution, an answer will come. The energies around you are somewhat unpredictable and unreliable at this time. There could be change on the cards, definitely. There could be some change. It could be exciting. It could be very exciting change. There could be a departure. There could be somebody that wants to date you, because there's I want to date you. There could be somebody that's very interested in you. There could be somebody that's very interested in you, and this could be a situation to do with love, or it could be a situation to do with anything. Yeah. I feel spirit saying, bide your time, give it a bit more time and wait, hold off, because you could be dealing with unpredictable energies here. So it would be more spiritual to just hold off and wait a bit longer till you get more information. But there could definitely be serious interest towards Scorpio at this time. Yeah, look at this, Spirit. They're supporting you to use your wisdom at the moment. Okay, I'm going to Pisces. It's beautiful. It's so like still and silent here. I feel spirit very close during this session this morning. Pisces, you're about to dive deep into something. You're about to dive a lot deeper. There's a lot more for you here to discover and explore. You've got the wedding card. There's some kind of long-term situation in your life. It's either a relationship or a situation. It's very long-term. It's very... There's real commitment here. To whatever you're diving into, there is commitment. Massive. You have been successful lately. You've done well. You've been doing much, much better. Six of Wands. You've been doing much, much better lately. I feel like Spirit's been trying to let you know, well done. They're pleased with what you've been doing. You've got the Knight of Wands. You may be deciding to leave something. You may also have mixed feelings about something here. And you may find yourself quite unpredictable at times, and you think, oh my God, I keep changing my mind, changing my mind, changing my mind. Your person's got the Queen of Cups. They're very in tune with themselves, and they don't really put anyone else before themselves. And that's what we should all do. This is somebody that's teaching you good things, really, even if they frustrate you. They might not frustrate you, but they might frustrate you. It's a mirror. They're teaching you about how to really be quite almost verging on selfish. They've got the Nine of Cups. They know how to source everything from spirit, and they know how to source everything from themselves. Self and spirit being the same. You might have mixed feelings about this person or this situation, but it is teaching you a hell of a lot. And the more you observe that situation or person and you follow that idea, the more successful you will be, and the more clarity you'll have, and you'll be less unpredictable. I don't know. There's something there that feels confusing. You know? I feel like Spirit's saying that there's something there that's a bit risky or pushes you into risky energy at times. I can't let go of the past, okay? So... sensuality. Yeah, I do think that there is sensuality there, because the Knight of Wands obviously can be like sexual energy. You know, like a sexual energy or a sensual energy. And maybe turning sexuality into sensuality as well. You know, that can be a really good thing to work on, can't it? And that's what your spirit guides are helping you with. Because you can use that sexual energy as a creative force, a creative power. And there's definitely something here that you can dive deeper into. There's definitely something you can be committed to here. More committed and really get involved with. So you may be leaving something behind in order to do something else in a deeper kind of way. And your person, like I said, they're very very much into their own thing, but they do care. They do care. So you're definitely dealing with a long-term situation here with that wedding card. I feel Spirit sort of getting you to be more committed to yourself and your purpose, and, you know, leave what if there's a relationship that's, you know, not really giving to you at the moment what you'd like, that I feel that may come in time if you're doing what you need to explore first. Okay, so we're going to Cancer. Connection. Okay, so beautiful connections taking place for Cancer at the moment. Let go of control situations. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. Because we care so much. We care so much when we care. We're quite hard creatures, Cancerians, aren't we? We're quite hard and we can be quite cold, but when we do care, we can care too much. So, if you let go of control issues, your spiritual connection will get much stronger. You're working really hard. You have been working so hard, and you've been definitely moving into a better alignment and much more mastery in your life purpose, and basically loads of things in your life are improving right now. You may be deciding to leave a situation or a person because you may feel the energies are too confusing or unpredictable or distracting. You've got somebody here with the Hierophant card. They're very much aligned to their own path. They're very committed to themselves. They could seem very closed off, and they could seem, you know, it's quite a serious energy with this person that comes across. They're very careful what they do with their energy. Very careful. And that could be causing you frustration. And it could be too distracting for you at times. Yeah, I'm listening to my guides. So your person is very, very tuned in to themselves, whether it's their spirit guides or just literally their own instincts. And, you know, they're actually very wise. They actually tap into source. They're actually, I would say, successful and abundant because they're so aligned. And it's really teaching you a valuable lesson about how you can do the same, you know, by really focusing on letting go of control issues generally and just focusing on what your purposes are, focusing on you. You start to become more and more of an expert, and your connections, like I said, your spiritual connections, and maybe even connections like with business or whatever your passions are, really ramping up. I mean, so it's like, do I really, I just feel like there's definitely things that you're questioning at this time. Do I really need to dabble with this anymore? Or do I really need to push this situation anymore? Because it's kind of distracting and it's too unpredictable for me. It's something that feels risky, and I feel you are starting to realise that you get a lot more productivity and a lot more alignment by focusing on your purpose and focusing on your own growth. And that's everything you're learning from this person or this situation. This person or situation is teaching you to be much more committed to yourself and much more careful. Your spirit guides are supporting you with relationships. So maybe you can let go of the control issues and allow the situation to unfold naturally, like the first card said, because actually, if this relationship is predestined, or if there's a situation in your life that is predestined to be yours, you know, it's going to be yours anyway. So I feel spirit is saying, like, just please relax, Cancer. We're dealing with that side of things. We just want you to concentrate on your purpose and becoming an expert at the things you're doing, just like your person is. There could be a timing thing going on here, but there's definitely a connection. You know, that first card was about connection. So there's definitely a connection between you and another person, or you and a situation. That's there, that connection is there, but your connections to everything in your life improve more as you just focus on your daily tasks, you know, and you don't get distracted by stuff, and you don't take silly risks or get confused by unpredictable stuff. You see what I'm trying to say? So yeah, you've got a lot of support by spirit at the moment. Particularly then they can see that you're working so hard on your purpose and on your evolvement, on your growth. So it's like they're trying to say to you, look, just do that at the moment and let us take care of the relationships and things like that. We'll take care of that stuff. You just focus on your growth and your purpose. There you go. That's the message for Cancer at the moment. I'm sending you so much love and peace. If you'd like to book in for a reading, I do the 60-minute reading, I do a 40-minute reading, and I do a 10-minute voice note reading, which I can send to you. So the other readings we do on video call for 60 minutes or 40 minutes. And then the 10-minute one is one that I send you by a voice recording. You can buy my deck. You can go to my website. I did say at the beginning, I don't really go into it much, but it's awakeningtarot.co.uk. And I do put all the details below under the videos. So thanks for sharing the videos. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing. And I'm sending you lots of love and peace wherever you are on Gaia. Thank you.